Hello once again, Brigandine fans. This is Double 77 Trigger here, and you are watching the Battle of Damas. Now, I'm just going to show a little bit of the intro first. The two characters meet. Yeah, so I wanted to show that. I think some people actually might want to see that. Not sure, you know, whether you'd like to see that or not. Leave it in the comments below. But pretty much so far with this battle, you're going to see the full potential. Well, maybe not the full potential, but you're going to see the beginning battle of my wizard, my magician crew. And this is basically the force I typically take when I play as Norgard here. I take Kirkman, Zephyrin, and Warholt, and I think they're just a powerhouse team. They do really, really well together. So I'm going to just stack them together and play sort of defensive, you know, do a little bit of offense here, you know, too, but mostly defense. So that's what you're going to see with this gameplay. I do also want to kind of, you know, make a shout out to a few of the people that have suggested a few things, you know, for my gameplays, and those people that, you know, talk to me on the Forcina.org place, a few that are still around, and you know, the ones that are on GameFAQs still. I think, you know, this game is definitely, it is definitely old, but it's still a very, very good game. And this Grand Edition has some nice colors to it, you know, the way it plays. I'm very surprised, though, when I'm playing by, you know, there is such a difference between how this game plays and the regular edition plays. It seems to me like, you know, right off the bat, you know, with certain creatures, you know, certain monsters, they're going to do lots of damage. I mean, you know, in comparison to the original North American version, in which case I think this one might be more, I'm almost guessing this is more of the original version, and the American version was kind of a dummy copy that wasn't totally finished. Now, I don't know, I didn't really do any research on that. If anybody knows about that, that'd be good to, you know, let everybody know. But, yeah, so, anyway, the people from, the other people that are in Forcina.org and GameFAQs, they're very helpful with trying to help me out and let me know a few things here and there. The one thing I need to go through a lot of and write down and get right now is the spells of the Japanese here. It gets a little confusing at times. I did do a little printout of that, and I'm going to try to, you know, configure that so I can see it quickly and use it a lot faster, and, you know, not be so confused, because they did change around some of the things. They made a green magic list, you know, in comparison to the original Brigandine North American version, that there is no, there is green magic, but, you know, Thunder is now the green, and it's not red, and so is Geno Thunder, and there are a few other spells too. I believe, what is it? The green magic is Thunder, Geno Thunder, React, Paralyze, Protect, and Silence. And I just need to figure out which numbers correlate to which color, and how many, you know, color dots it is, because, you know, that will determine what type of spell it is. Also, plus, if you are playing this version, an easy way to determine, you know, what you're using, the basic ones, onto the right, I think it shows the spell power. So like 120 for regular fire spell would be just the normal flame, and I think 90, you know, for it with the circular radius would be Geno Flame. But I think it shows the spell power to it, and In this version, it does show that the, I believe the extra blast is a little more powerful than the Fallbreak. I think that's what I saw before as far as spell power goes. For this formation, I really did try to get into a good formation fast, but they just kind of came at me, and I was like, oh man, now I gotta futz around with, trying to figure out who's gonna be best where. And the demons seem like a good thing to throw right in the front lines, because I had a Helldog out there, and it seems like in this version, they do try to attack the weakest creatures first, and they try to kill them off first. So I have a Helldog out there, and I have a Lizard Man out there, and they're kind of, weak in the way that if they all team up on them, they can kill them off easily. So they seem to be made like more, better targets for the enemy to go for. Because of the way the turn ratio is working, it seemed like it was a good idea to use some Geno Wave attacks. Typically when I go up against this team, and you're going to see some more fights against Leoness, typically if I go up against Leoness, and I don't have like a really good turn ratio where I get to go twice in a row, and it's kind of scattered, if I don't kill something, they will heal up in time. So in that situation, where it's kind of scatterbrained or mixed, or, I'm not going to totally kill everything off right away, it's best to just pick on one thing at a time. But here I was able to actually pick on, at least 2 to 3 characters and monsters at a time. I was able to do a few Geno Wave attacks, which is kind of beneficial. Yeah, so I'm going to try to play it very smart here. I'm going to try to keep everything alive. Most of the playthroughs, if not all of the playthroughs, I'm going to try to make sure every single thing stays alive. There's a few in the beginning, and especially with beginning teams. One of the basic strategies is when you're right in the beginning, you can try to kill everything off, or kill off a bunch of monsters and save yours too. That can take up a lot of time. And I don't want to take up too much time for, putting on this video. I want to, do a very good strategic moves, very strategic attacks, but I don't want to take way too much time trying to, think about all the numbers and ratios and everything. So I'm just going to, just play as smart as I can. I'm going to try not to lose anything. I'm going to try to place my guys in the best possible strategic place, and hope for the best. But what I was trying to refer to earlier was that when you're starting the game and you got your basic army against their basic army, you're bound to lose something, because it's pretty much dead even at that point. And and especially in this game, I've noticed they do team up on some monsters, and they will just hardcore attack you and attack that person consistently until it's dead. Even when they are retreating, they'll do some attacks and they'll retreat, and the monster that was there that attacked you, once they retreat, they'll leave an open space, so their next set of turns, they'll send something else out into that empty space that they had a monster or the knight at, and use that space to attack you again. So it's a relentless amount of attacks when they're leaving. So it's a whole nother realm of trying to figure out, okay, what is possibly, what could get, beat down by a gang of monsters and knights before, the enemy decides to leave, and you have to try to figure that out. It's not going to be a perfect system, because everybody does play differently, and most of the time I'm not used to thinking about that. I'm used to them thinking about them doing maybe 1 or 2 attacks and then going, but not really totally finishing things off. And it was on hard too when I played the game a lot. This is on hard as well for the Grand Edition, but in the Grand Edition they seem to put a lot more effort in trying to kill your monsters off before they go. So with that being said, you kind of need to watch it a little bit. But here I just, you know, I kind of had the upper hand in some ways. I was able to kill off that rock in the beginning, and those rocks always worry me, especially when they're not on my team. I'm always kind of hoping to stone, and I got lucky by getting a stone on them. But then again, it's not totally luck. It's, you know, it's a percent. But it seems to me like, you know, I've discussed this before. If you have a lot of rocks on your team, it seems like the likelihood for you to stone goes down. I don't know. It seems like that to me. I've had a team of rocks, and they rarely stoned anything throughout the whole game. I was playing as Queen Leonia, and yeah, her team of rocks, you could hardly stone a thing. You know, through like 14 some battles in a row. I think there's only 2 battles where I stoned most of the monsters, but other than that, I practically didn't get anything. And it seems like that here too. You know, they had a team of 4 rocks, and they didn't stone me once. So, I don't know. And what I'm going to try to do is get my leaders as many kills as I can. I'm trying to figure out the best team that I want to take to fight Bull Noil at the end. That's kind of my ultimate goal here. And so I'm just trying to figure out which knights I really want to take there. I'm kind of, I've always taken Feinard's team has always been Noi and Hector. It just has always been that way. I might go with Dillard and Hector, but I don't know. I might go with Dillard and Brangy. I'm not totally sure. If anybody knows a good, you know, combo, it'd be nice to suggest. I don't mind it at all. I will contemplate it. But as far as matches go, take the Bull Noil. Yeah, I'll think about that later. But this battle was I'd say it's a fairly decent strategic battle with, you know, with the Wizards. But it's definitely one of my favorite teams. And it can really do a lot of damage. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this battle. Wasted them at the Moss, and I will be moving on later, but I think I'll be moving down to Leonia soon. So, in any case, I hope you guys enjoyed this. This is Double 77 Trophy speaking to you, and I will bring more of these as well. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.